So first we'll just start with a quick, review or my sort of comments on the year. Difficult and challenging, yet fun and rewarding. Perhaps the simplest way, I think, to sum up the 2020-2021 varsity boys basketball season. My guess right now is that there are coaches all over the world staring at a blank page, lamenting over a season in which the game changed entirely. I imagine that their first thoughts are, how do I spin this? How do I accentuate the positives and downplay the negatives? Well, my response would be that I don't believe there's a need to do either. And when I say that, I say that because I want to say just live. And by that I mean the season is yours. It's yours to remember, it's yours to forget, it's yours to relive, it's yours to regret. I encourage each and every one of you to simply take 30 seconds, and I'm going to have you do it right now. So take 30 seconds, close your eyes. Close your eyes for a minute, please. All of you, close your eyes for me. Take 30 seconds. And think seriously about the past 5 months that we've spent together on the court. Think of a specific moment, whether good or bad. Now reflect and find something to take away from that moment. Something you learn about you. I think that's probably about 30 seconds, guys. You can open up your eyes now. Normally, if I were in class or as a teacher, I'd ask you each to sort of give me your response. But I think we'll save that for later. Okay? I will ask you to give me responses, but I think we'll do that later on once again during dinner when we can all relax and enjoy and tell ourselves some good stories. Okay? But all that to say that if you're able to find that moment, if you were able when you had your eyes closed to find that moment and you were able to pull something that you learned, then the season, regardless of how many games we played, how many points were scored, the season was a success, in my eyes. In closing, I urge all of you to become lifelong learners. Seek the lessons that are hiding in your everyday interactions. Be concerned more with the value in a lesson learned than with the outcome or results of the situation. In other words, you will win, you will lose, on and off the court. The question is, what will you learn? Thanks, gentlemen. So the next portion we'll move into is awards. The first award that I'd like to hand out is the Sportsmanship Award. Perhaps one of the most polite young men I know, this soft-spoken high flyer is unquestionably deserving of this award. He never missed practice without a valid reason, and he would always give that valid reason to me well in advance of practice. He's always encouraging, never complaining. This young man was an excellent team player, consistently accepting his role and often deferring to others at times when he could easily have taken the shot and been the quote-unquote hero. Even a broken bone and a few lost teeth could only keep him away for a brief time. His commitment to this team and beyond, his commitment to this team is beyond reproach. And it's for these reasons that the Sportsmanship Award is bestowed upon George Correa. Senior S's. And I would have a few different descriptions for different guys, but this year, once again, unique in that there are two winners of Senior S's, and those two winners of the Senior S's are also awarded or named, or will be named, the co-MVPs. So what I did was I made in my speech, I talked about both of these young men together, and I think you'll find that it's closer than you think. This year's MVP award is being co-awarded The two recipients of this award have also earned senior S's. I will therefore speak to these two gentlemen at the same time. In fact, if I'm to be completely honest, the way these two got after each other on and off the court made me think that they were more like brothers than any blood relationship could ever be. Obviously different in stature. And the list looks a little bit like this. 6'3" versus 5'8".
No, 75.
White versus black. Slightly less than quick versus lightning quick. Consistently shoots the three. Says he can shoot the three. I'll let you guys decide who's who. On paper, these two are almost as oddly matched as small children, crayons, and a freshly painted white wall. However, they clearly have one thing in common, and that's a passion for the game of basketball. To use an off-sporty cliche, they seem to eat, sleep, and breathe the game. They're talented physically, but even more importantly, they're motivated and competitive. Unselfish, perhaps to a fault at times, both these gentlemen look to involve their teammates, constantly working to find the best shot, and not always necessarily their shot. It is a shame that we're unable to witness these young men and their teammates compete against a different colored jersey, but I'm pleased that we were at least able to participate in a sport that we love. It's with extreme joy that I award the 2020-21 Varsity Boys Basketball MVP trophy to Ben Chadwick and Shaheem Samuel.